There is something really cool going on with BeamNG right now, and it all revolves around this thing. GD808JAS. I don't know why it's named after a fax machine, but let's just ignore that. It is a wild looking car. It's a brand new mod for BeamNG that just dropped like 2 weeks ago or so. It's had almost 50,000 downloads at the time of recording this video. There's some really cool photos, but then it's got some not so great review. This car is made by this guy, Edward Gray. This is Mr. Edward Gray. He has a design studio called Gray Design, where he goes in and designs literally everything. And this JAS car is simply a car that he designed, I guess with his team or whatever, gave it all this information over on this website, 3D modeled the entire thing, and then with the help of BeamNG modders, put it into BeamNG Drive. That sounds pretty cool. I want to give it a go, which is exactly what we're gonna do today. So, Mr. Design Gray Man, I am going to drive your car. I'm going to review it, and I'm gonna let people know if I think it's worth it or not. You might be saying worth it? What do you mean worth it? There are two versions of this car. There is a free version of the mod and a paid version of the mod. You can buy this car for like €3.50 or something like that. Let's jump into the base model one and we'll drive it bone stock and see if it's any good. I think it's gonna be really fun if we do a whole bunch of different tests with this thing. I want to see sort of what top speed it has, how fast it can go around the Top Gear test track, and because it's BeamNG, I want to crash it. It actually drives pretty nicely. The interior's a little bit on the basic side, but I guess that just comes with hyper futuristic designs and so on. Also, why does it only have 2 miles of range? Slightly concerning. Oh no! I've done a Richard Hammond! Where did my wheel? I found my wheel. All right, let's do a little top speed test to start things off. This version of the car has 800 horsepower, 550 foot-pounds of torque. Let's test the top speed of this one, and then we'll jump into a slightly quicker one. I think all things considered, it's actually a really, really cool-looking car. Anyways, let's absolutely rip it. 100% gas. We have no assist on this thing. There's no NOS on this version. Already doing over 200 miles an hour. The guy who made this thing said it can do like hypercar speed. Apparently it can do more than hypercar speed. That is already the fastest car in the world, I guess ish. 290 miles an hour. 290 miles an hour with the stock one. Let's get the fast one out here, the Warbird. Well, oh my god, look at the arrow, dude. Dude, did you see the arrow wing? Look at the little flaps there. They close, and then when do they open? They slowly start to open right away. They must tuck back down, right? They must tuck down at a certain speed. We're doing over 200, 250, 290, that's 300. 300 miles an hour, fully maxed out top speed. Dude, look at the ghosting effect. You know what it looks like, actually, with all of the aero deployed? It kind of looks like that Gran Turismo, what's it called, car? Am I able to tune the gears? Because we were gear limited there. 8th gear, extend it all the way. Thank you. Now we'll get an actual idea of what the top speed is. With fully maxed out gear ratios, let's see what it can do. We're sitting at 25 PSI of boost, perfectly, not moving at all. The car's getting a little bit of a wiggle on, but if we keep it arrow straight, there's 340. We're up into 8th gear now, fully accelerating. 380. Dude, this is really fast. 390. I'm having to make tiny little steering adjustments. Make it 400 miles an hour. We are scraping the ground now, and I think that's it. I think that's fully max. Oh my god, dude, look at the brakes. Brakes are fading. Brakes are fading. Holy, that's fast. That's the free version of the mod. We go from the Warbird to the race version. This one's got entirely new aero, and I wonder if it's any fast. The race version of the car has exactly the same horsepower and stuff, but it's got a load more aero built into it. In theory, this version of the car should have way less top speed than the other version. With a rear wing that's so big you could genuinely have an 8-person dinner party around it, it's gotta be less, right? It's less. It's a lot less. 313 with maxed gears. Fair play. Oh my god, dude, the slow... The speed that you can slow down at is wild. I wonder what this version can do on the drag strip. Whoa! That launched harder than I thought it would. We just did a 6.9 second quarter mile and got every objective. A little messy start. Get there. That felt pretty quick, though. That felt pretty quick. That reaction time was fast. 6.2, baby. It's honestly wild how fast this thing is. 0.2 second reaction time. We crossed the line at 226. Just look at this car. Imagine this lining up. How hard could it be? In 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Thank you. All right, so we'll see what my lap time is by the end of it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did give this a go earlier, and I noticed a bit of an issue with it. It gets catastrophic levels of understeer. So if you see me starting to run wide, just a quick note, that's the car that's just genuinely not turning. That's max turning. That's max turning. Also max turning. Oh, my tire popped. Oh, my tire popped. Make it back. Make it back. Sub 1 minute with a broken tire. We need a nice clean lap, please. Channel my inner Carlos Sainz. Smooth operator. Oh, nice line. Nice line. Nice line. Oh, very nice line. Okay, get ready and brake. Still a little early. That's my problem. There are no reference points for that corner. It's a bit difficult. Make it through there. Make it through the hammerhead. There we go. On the bright side, it still works. On the downside, I think the human might not. Chat says crash test done. Dude, the crash was actually pretty cool, huh? The fact that the car genuinely split in two like a carbon car would. Get out of the hammerhead. Get out of the hammerhead. Nice. Brake. Don't go wide. Turn. Don't hit the tire wall. I didn't hit the tire wall, but we are now leaking some fluid. Final corner. A 54.6, and we only leaked some fluid all over the circuit and the runway. For the past little while, I've genuinely been glazing this car, and I do really like it. I would never complain with any BeamNG mod. Mods are free, and I appreciate every single person who goes to the effort of making mods for the rest of us to enjoy. But as soon as you start putting out a paid mod, then you've got to compare it to the already free mods that are in the game. There's already people in chat, and I guarantee you there's going to be people in the comments that go, ugh, paid mods bad. That's not true. Paid mods can be fantastic. Sometimes paid mods are unbelievably high quality and built by teams of people, and they are genuinely things that would not be possible otherwise. However, this is not one of those cases. One of the main things for me that lets me know if a mod is worth it is, number one, just the general quality of the mod. And I think this thing looks pretty good. It drives really nicely. The suspension might be on the soft side a little bit, but I think overall it feels decent to drive for something that is so ridiculously quick. What's a letdown, though, is the sheer lack of customization. Say you want to mess around with the front bumper. There are no other options. The front bumper, there are two options. The front bumper and the race front bumper. And they're basically exactly the same. And it's the same deal in the rear. The engine, there are no engine swaps built into this mod. There are rear fenders, but again, it's only the regular one and the race one. When you have a paid mod, you open yourself up to comparison to free mods that sometimes just do it a bit better. This is the Hirochi CCF. All of the buttons in the interior actually work. Look, you can put the hazard lights on. And then on the outside, the hazard lights actually work. Oh, there's my hood. I just opened up my hood. The screen works? Wait, that's doing things over there? I didn't even know that was a thing. Speed limit warning. Dude, I didn't know that was a thing. I made an entire video on this car over a year ago, and I didn't know that was a thing. I think right away, you can already see the difference in detail between the CCF and the fax machine. And it only gets worse for the fax machine. Because if you come into the customization of the CCF, you can choose to change out the hood of the car. You can choose to change out the front bumper. With any of these, you can choose to run a cut front bumper if you want to go like quote unquote off-roading. The subframe even has customization. A regular subframe or a jacked up subframe. That one doesn't include tire. You would need to put tires on that. And long story short, when you compare this, which is free, to this, which is not free, I think the real loser is the guy who paid for this mod. Hi, it's me, the person who paid for this mod.